So point of fact number one, gifts made greater than 5 years ago, that's safe. And it's also the reason why people come to the attorneys to do smart planning well before there's any crisis. And I'm not suggesting that my clients give their assets or give their things to their kids. Although, truth be told, as part of a plan, if they were to just simply give things to the kids and 5 years went by, that works. That does, in fact, work. But I would, I would strongly discourage people from giving things to their kids. And of course, mom and dad always say, well, why? Our kids are wonderful. And I know they're wonderful. All kids are. And they would never do anything wrong until, of course, one day something bad happens. And I can't believe it in my family. And I've heard that a number of times. But let's assume even if, kids are wonderful and would always do the right thing, you give them the assets, there are still things that can go wrong, such as giving things to the kids and maybe someone has trouble with credit cards or bankruptcy. If they own your stuff, that could be a problem. And, of course, another thing that can go wrong, you give things to the kids. What happens if, one of these kids, they're driving and the phone rings and they look down and, they hit someone and they cripple them and they get a judgment against them. Guess what's available to collect against? The stuff that you gave them, that they were supposed to hold on for you. Or you give things to the kids and, one of them comes crying, Ma, Dad, I need money. I got served with divorce papers. And all of a sudden, guess what gets mixed up in a matrimonial dispute? The stuff you just gave to them to try to hold on to and save. Now the son-in-law, the daughter-in-law is claiming it's marital property. They want half of it. You need this like a hole in the head. And then, of course, the last thing, and maybe the worst thing that can happen, is you give things to the kids. And what happens if, heaven forbid, one of the kids predeceases you, right? You give things to the children and all of a sudden, look, they stepped off the curb at the wrong time, something. Listen, we're wearing masks. Who knows? Someone coughs on the wrong, I don't know. And now all of a sudden your stuff, where's it going? Probably to, your daughter's husband, because that's what her will read. And now your son-in-law goes, thanks, Ma. I want to introduce you to my new girlfriend. This is Bubbles. Isn't she pretty? We're going to move into that house. Get out, right? You don't need this aggravation. And it does work, though, giving things to the kids. And it may seem, even these possibilities may seem ridiculous. Oh, but it's real. And you don't believe it's real until you see it. And when I see it, it's not pretty and it's not fun. And there's not much legal recourse if the gifts were made. There's not much you can do to undo it.